presented to you by
Barclays is a financial services group engaged primarily in banking, investment banking and asset management with its headquarters in UK. It operates in over 60 countries and it is one of the largest financial services group in UK. Barclays have been involved in banking for 300 years. It employs 78,000 staff across the world. From that time, Barclays have gradually expanded their business to become one of the largest financial institutes in the world, thanks to the fact that it merged and integrated with other financial institutes under the name of Barclays. Today, Barclays has grown from a group of English partnerships to a global bank represented in Europe, the USA, Latin America, Africa, the Caribbean, Asia, the Middle East, and Australia. This whole activity made by Barclays and its expansion to worldwide market is due to the process of globalization. The financial institutes currently facing some major problems due to the economic downturn, but nevertheless, Barclays is confident to state that this economic situation does not affect them. But is it possible for the bank like Barclays to remain unaffected in this globalized world? And what do you actually mean by the process of globalization?
Globalization is the process of enabling financial and investment markets to operate internationally, largely as a result of deregulation and improved communication. This development has increased interdependence among financial institutions of different countries, which in turn led to a rising potential of systemic risk. Because of this process, small events can be blown into global shocks no matter when they start, meaning that a bank failure in one country can trigger further failures in other countries as well. The example of this can be seen in the current economic downturn, which started in the USA and spread around the world very quickly, affecting many financial institutions, businesses, and ordinary people. The statement that Barclays hasn't been affected by the economic crisis can be easily undermined by the fact that there have been some major job cuts within the company and its profits went down over the last year. The globalized system naturally triggers these occurrences, and Barclays, wanting or not, is going to be automatically affected by those events. This is due to the fact that the financial institutions are so intervened. In these circumstances, a strong management and excellent knowledge of the business environment is needed, as the balance over the global market is not easy to maintain. This requires a clear and adequate macro environment analysis in order to identify the factors that influence the existence and prosperity of the business. The question is what issues and influences Barclays has to be aware of, considering that it's a global institution.
Barclays Bank will have to compromise with the government's policies so that whenever they are facing financial problems, they can be able to back them up. They will also need to assess the home economy trends and foreign economy trends, plus the general taxation rules on specific products that they offer to customers, such as loans, mortgages, and overdrafts. Barclays will also pay attention to law changes affecting social factors, since media also plays a big part in how the banks are portrayed to the public. They will have to pay attention to what media is saying about them so that they can improve on their customer services. Demographics are also necessary to keep tabs on so that they can determine and identify age, gender, race, and family size of their customers and know what their customer specific needs are. The technological aspect of Barclays has to be upgraded so that they can be able to keep up with the competition. They have to obey the current legislation in the home and international markets. Finally, on environmental grounds, they will have to take into consideration customer values, market values, stakeholders, and investor values.
Currently, Barclays have adapted themselves with using the internal process model from the competing values framework. However, in regards to globalization, we have recommended that Barclays moves more towards the open systems model to compete within a global network of financial institutions. Globalization requires more companies to be more flexible and less regulated in order to encourage the free market. It is also important that Barclays constantly continue to improve their technologies and services to maintain a competitive position in the market. However, from a different aspect, it is also important to ensure that Barclays employees, shareholders and stakeholders do not lose faith in the company. So therefore, we also recommend that they use the human relations model to retain commitment and uphold morale. In this unstable economic state, it is still a worry. So therefore, Barclays must continue to use a more controlled model such as the internal process model to maintain stability.